Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. My name is Annette. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for stopping by. I upload videos pretty often, about once or twice a week, covering a wide variety of topics, from motherhood to luxury to career to self-improvement to lifestyle videos. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my old videos, and also let me know what kind of videos you would like me to do. I will gladly take your suggestions into consideration in preparing content for my channel. Today in this video I'll be sharing with you 7 fun ways you can make this quarantine period very productive. We're all in this together. The COVID-19 pandemic has basically caused the world to stop, focus, and pay attention. And in doing that, we're sheltering in place, self-isolating, quarantining, or quarantine, whichever way you pronounce it. I'm going to use it interchangeably. Quarantine, you get the picture, right? You know what I'm talking about. But in doing that, we're home all day, right? And you're starting to get bored, even if you're working from home. And also, there's some people out there who are pushing this narrative that you have to be doing something, super productive, like you have to be making a dresser from the scratch, or you have to be making suck-it-to-me cake from scratch each and every time, and like superimposing these expectations on you. And I feel like that's doing yourself a disservice if you're paying attention to people like that, or recommendations like that, because this time is forcing us to stop and think and chill, but also regroup and plan. And we want to come out of this period much more enlightened and much more aware, and also much more at ease and at peace in the way we live our lives. So these 7 suggestions are things that you can do during this period that's not going to feel like it's work or that's pushing you to become super duper productive, but it's actually helpful for you, and that will help you in the long run. So it's a perfect balance of fun and productivity, because sometimes those two things don't go hand in hand. So let's go ahead and get started. The very first suggestion I have for you is to attend as many free webinars as possible. And look for an area that's very important to you. For example, I'm a new mom. I'm passionate about motherhood, and I love all things motherhood, but I'm also trying to figure it out myself, right? I have no idea, what sleep regression is, or, what a clogged milk duct is, things like that. So what I've been doing is signing up from different online mommy forums. These forums also have events. They have virtual events where they have speakers come and talk about things that are important to them. So I've attended events on cloth diapering, which I'm passionate about. I've attended events on sleep training. I've attended events talking about motherhood and transitioning back into the workforce. So these are things that are important to me as a person, but I can do while I am bumping, or while I am, doing the dishes if I don't turn on my video, or while I'm actually just putting baby girl to sleep. These are events that are also very helpful for me. So find something like that. If it's a free Zoom event that has something that connects to you, either artists, if you like the arts, or you're creative, or you're an entrepreneur, find something, a niche that you like. Find the people in that industry, and then sign up for free events. Everyone out there, there's so many online classes, there's so many Instagram lives that, I can barely catch a break these days. So find whatever you want in that area that will be very helpful for you. It's a form of passive learning where you don't have to be too active. You don't have to take notes. You don't even have to turn on your audio or your video. You can just be a passive member. Sometimes I turn my audio off, I mute it, I turn my video off. You won't even know I'm there, it's just my name. Other times I'm there, I'm like, oh hi, I have a question. It depends on you, depends on how you feel. So definitely that's the first thing I would advise you to do, is take advantage of all the free material out there, free courses on Zoom, on Skype for business, on Instagram Live, Facebook Live, whatever it is. Hone into this time and use that time to passively learn and build your skills or expand your information database just based on whatever it is that you find exciting. Second recommendation is to wash your makeup brushes. Washing your makeup brushes is something that takes a lot of time, and it's something that we've been putting away. I know, I put away just doing it for so long. I know, it takes so much time, but now is the best time. you know, wash them, give them enough time to just breathe, air dry them. You don't have to worry about putting on another full face of makeup for at least for a couple of days. So why not use this time to give your skin a break and, you know, show some love to your makeup brushes. It's not going to feel like work. It's not going to feel like, oh, I have to do this. It's not going to feel like it's a task that I have to do. It's just like, oh, okay, self-care. Okay, I'll do that because to prevent my skin from breaking out, and you know, it's good to keep them dry and sanitary, and you can just take your time and just not rush, you know, because sometimes I find that like, oh, if I'm going to go out or shoot a video or do something that requires my makeup on like a Saturday, on Thursday I'm like, oh, I haven't washed my makeup brushes in 3 weeks, maybe I should wash them now. I wash them on Thursday and then they're still not dry by Saturday morning, and it's like, oh, frustrating. Yeah, now you have all the time in the world. So use that time to wash your makeup brushes, ladies. Trust me, you thank me later. Your skin will thank me. Something else you can do is to either start a blog. You've always wanted to start a blog, you know, talking about rearing plants indoors. Start a blog. You always wanted to start a blog talking about food, you know, foodie blog. Start one. If you want to also start a company, now is the time, because you know, you have nothing but time. You can research the requirements online. You don't have to pay an attorney to figure out how to start an LLC or a PLLC, or, you know, just any kind of company, basically. Just take your time. You know, go online, or if you want to start a charity, apply for a 5C license. If there's any such thing like that. My brother in the UK just started a charity that him and his friends put together that will help raise money and then send the money to folks in Africa so they can buy food and provide them to the impoverished during this COVID crisis. That's an excellent way to use your time and resources at a time like this that is not rewarding, but it's also very productive and it's kind of fun. So now is the time to do that. If you always wanted to start a blog, if you always wanted to start a charity, or you wanted to start a company or a new business venture, you know, if you want to build a website, now is the time to do that. You can leisurely take your time while building a website. You're not going to have this time later down the line, and it's important to do these things in ways that don't feel like you're required to do them or you're expected to do them, but instead you're doing them at your own pace, in your own time, and in your own manner and fashion. And it's helping you, you're being productive, but also you're not feeling rushed, and it feels like it's fun. So definitely recommend you starting that blog, starting that business, starting that company, starting that charity. The next recommendation may be for a specific group of people, and this is the perfect time to start gardening. Now it's spring, right? And this is the best time to start planting. I have a little backyard and I wanted to garden so bad. Last year I couldn't because I got pregnant in the summer. In the spring, all we were able to do was to do our front lawn. We didn't get to do in our backyard. I got pregnant and I did not want to touch a single soil. Now I have a newborn. I live in 2-hour increments between changing diapers and feeding, breastfeeding and pumping and doing laundry and washing bottles and catering to hubby and doing all of that. So I don't have time. But if I did have time, this would be the time that I would have gardened. Now you don't need a lot. You can have a little garden in your kitchen. You can buy the potted plants when you go grocery store. You can buy them online and they can send them to you. Now would be a good time to actually develop that income. Grow your own food, be it spinach, tomatoes, basil, rosemary, little summer plants that you can grow in your kitchen or just in your little patio, balcony, backyard, whatever. It shouldn't feel like work. It shouldn't feel stressful. It's actually a good stress reliever. My mom gardens, and I've never known her not to garden, and she still does. Especially now, you know, she's planting, she's moving things, you know. So, and if you don't want one for feeding, like you don't want to get seedlings that will produce fruits, you can also just get flowers, lavender or sage or whatever it is you want to grow. Now will be the perfect time. It's fun, it's helpful, it's beneficial to the environment, it's relaxing. You can add it to your list of hobbies. It's a highly regarded hobby too. So think about that. That's another way you can spend your quarantine being productive but fun. If you've been having a hard time trying to figure out how you can be good to the environment and how you can give back and how you can reduce your carbon footprint, now would be the perfect time. Now is the time to reuse and recycle. The way I am doing that is by cutting down on my waste, by cloth diapering, by using reusable wipes, by using less paper towels in the house, by reusing grocery store bags instead of just, you know, throwing away the ones I have or buying each time I go grocery shopping. Now is the time for you to examine your needs and examine yourself and figure how and what can I do to reduce my carbon footprint? What behavior that do I have that I can change and alter in a way that's more energy efficient, more sustainable, and contributing to the whole betterment of the environment? maybe you finally getting around to recycling. Some states mandate recycling, others don't. But even if you're in a state or area that recycling is not mandatory, you can still recycle. Going through old books and magazines that you're not using anymore, you can throw them away as well. So those are the type of things that you can do in this time. Just take your time to start implementing little changes, little behavioral changes that will go a very long way. That way, you can reduce your carbon footprint, you can reduce, the waste, increase sustainability, and create a better future, for us, for the world, one person at a time, one action at a time. This brings me directly to my next point, which is spring cleaning. In a spring, right, go through your wardrobe, figure out clothes you're not wearing anymore. You don't have to do this in a whole day. You can do it in an entire week. You can say, okay, I have a dresser that has 4 drawers. I'm tackling 1 drawer each day. Right? That way you don't feel overwhelmed. So you can use that to figure out the clothes you're not using and what you're going to do with them. I know initially when this pandemic just started, some businesses like Salvation Army were no longer accepting donations. I think now they're more relaxed, so they're accepting donations. They're actually scheduling pickups. Also the Veterans Association as well. You can go online, schedule a pickup, and you can put all the stuff away, leave it outside. You don't need to have any interaction with them at all, and they'll come get it. So these are good habits, and these are good things you can do that will occupy your time and make you more productive, but they're also fun, wholesome, and energizing, and basically they'll just make you feel good about yourself. These are good things you can do during the quarantine period instead of just looking at your phone and just participating in every single challenge out there. No shade, but I'm not downloading TikTok. And then the last one is just enjoy reading a good book that you find inspiring. Instead of reading people's magazine while you're commuting, just some mindless reading. Now it's time to do some intentional, mindful reading to satisfy that niche. So books like Becoming by Michelle Obama, powerful biographies and powerful autobiographies. Now is the time to read them. You can read them online. You can buy it, through Kindle, or you can buy the actual hard copy. But this is a good time for you to, read a really good book or 2 or 3 or 5 that you otherwise wouldn't have had the time to read, or you wouldn't have had the energy to devote to just because of the demands of work, school, daycare, or, whatever else you have going on, gym. I can't even remember what normal life is anymore. So yeah, so these are the things that I would recommend you try to do while you are in quarantine. And these are things that are fun, they are productive, they are helpful, they will help build you up, they will help build certain skills, they will make you feel good about yourself without feeling forced and without feeling pushed or without feeling like you are expected to be something or to do something that you're not. These 7 recommendations can be customized to your own needs as a person. That will help you. That will help you figure out how you can move forward. It will help you figure out how you can get out of this very trying time as a better person, in a better space, with a better outlook in life, and probably more equipped to, grab life by the horns. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found the tips and strategies that I recommended in this video very helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do that. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. And also hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new content. Really, I'm open to suggestions, so please leave in the comment section recommendations that you think actually would go hand in hand with my recommendations as to how things you can do that'll be fun and productive during quarantine. I am here with you. I am with you. Please be safe, wash your hands, follow the CDC guidelines, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Thanks guys.